right? I guess ChatGPT just released their new, ChatGPT 4.5. They have an announcement video, and I just think I'm gonna go ahead and watch that because it seems like it's gonna be pretty good. The last announcement they had was for the agents, their operators and agents, and so this is gonna probably be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get started with the a video. Sure. Yeah, can y'all hear this? Okay. Okay. Let's see.
OpenAI.
Cool. We in business. Now let's start this over.
Hi, I'm Mia. I'm a research lead at OpenAI. Today we're here to introduce GPT 4.5, our latest model release. We are releasing GPT 4.5 as a research preview to ChatGPT Pro users and developers in the API, and we're working to bring it to Plus users, EDU and team starting next week.
Next
GPT
week.
4.5 is a special
Hold up. All right. So we're not getting this today, and this is for the paid people. Uh, I don't know if this is because of a response to what we've seen from Grok being free right now. Grok stealing everybody lunch right now, but this could be something else. We had Claude 3.7 out too. We have some competition in the market, and so it seems like this could be like their response to it. Because every time you hear Sam Altman talk, they seem like they always have like an internal model that's already like performing like crazy benchmarks that's just not released to the public. And it could be some type of solution there where they're like, hey, we could, you know, also just release the models as the competition heats up. So we're just a step ahead instead of me releasing the best model and then have people like train on that data. That's just a thought point for me, but I could be wrong. But let's get back to it.
model. It is our largest and most knowledgeable model yet. OpenAI advances AI capabilities by scaling two different paradigms, unsupervised learning and reasoning. Reasoning teaches models to think before responding, and that helps especially with tasks that require reasoning, like science, math, and other difficult, complex questions. Unsupervised learning, on the other hand, helps increase word model accuracy and intuition. GPT 4.5 is our next step in scaling up unsupervised learning, increasing word knowledge, intuition, and reducing hallucinations. Despite not reasoning step by step like our O series models, GPT 4.5 has it's generally useful and inherently smarter. We're still experimenting with this model ourselves, especially because it's not a reasoning model, and we're exploring capabilities that emerge with unsupervised learning. And we're really excited to bring this to the world today so that we can explore it together.
Hi, I'm Rafa. I work on synthetic data here at OpenAI, and I'm also really excited to talk about GPT.
I guess I guess it's like a different model altogether, like supervised and unsupervised learning. So they're trying to make unsupervised learning is like basically AI helping itself out, trying to make sure it is good on their end. So I feel like that makes sense for it to be like that. But I don't know if it's an interesting approach that they're taking now at this point in the game where they're experimenting a lot, but experimenting in like quotation marks because let's be real, they may be experimenting, but they are experimented, and this is a good model, and that's why they're releasing it.
GPT 4.5. Interacting with GPT 4.5 feels natural. It's our best chat model yet. And that's because it has improved deeper knowledge and improved contextual understanding, which makes it really useful for tasks like improving your writing, programming, or practical problem solving. The best way to get a feel for the model is to talk to it. So let's jump into a demo. Let's ask GPT 4.5. I had a trouble the other day with a friend. Let's see if I can get some advice here. My friend canceled on me again.
And his friend, chat, it's not his friend. He got stood up. He said, cancel. Man, my dog said, it's Valentine's Day month. Valentine's, I gave her all these flowers, and she still ain't talking to me. ChatGPT, help. Help me raise this girl, chat. Help me. That's what he asked ChatGPT to do.
Again, write a text message telling them that I hate them.
See, he already messing up. If you trying to get girls with this, don't do what he's doing right now. If you trying to seal the deal, don't do what he's doing. That's gonna be horrible for you. I hate that he's doing this. You should say, remind myself that I hate myself. That's what it should be.
At the same time, let's see what O1 has to say about this. As you can see, GPT 4.5 recognizes that
It's not like you're feeling pretty what was it said? It's a person in a way. Is
I'm
it frustrated?
frustrated.
There you go. So you're feeling frustrated. I totally get that. By experiencing but maybe expressing your feelings clearly yet gently might be a better to preserve your friendship. How about something like that?
And offers me a text that's a little more nuanced and probably a more constructive thing to send to my friend.
I'm not gonna read it like, I'm honestly pretty upset that plans fell through again. I was really looking forward to seeing you. Can we talk about what's going on? And that weak text. That see what I'm saying? And I think he should have just said, hey, shawty, you stood me up. It ain't gonna happen to me. I'm gonna call Andrew Tate. Nah, I'm just playing, but this is I guess this is a better text. It definitely softens the blow. But I do feel like ChatGPT definitely is better with business emails and like professional wording than it is with like I'm trying to talk to my friends. Because honestly, how would you feel if your friend texted you something like this? Hey, honestly, I'm pretty upset that plans fell through again. I was really looking forward to seeing you. Can we like I don't know. Like this kind of sounds like AI. You know what I'm saying? Like so if somebody wrote this to me, I'd be like, this sounds like AI and it sounds like, you know what I'm saying, you can't really just talk to me like as a person.
On the other hand, O1 is still useful. It actually follows my instructions and gives me that angry
Text message. You know what I'm doing? I'm done. Cancel on me. I hate how you keep doing this. It's exactly what you think of our friendship. Don't bother reaching out again. I mean, Pat, let's be real. Which one sounds more like human? Let's be real. Which sounds more human? The one to the left that says, "Hey, I'm honestly pretty upset that plans fell through again." Even with the dash, they both have dashes. Do people talk like? Do people? Is my patch just like my text messages just full of degenerates? Like who texts with a dash? Yeah, I don't know. But having the dash there, I guess like that sounds like AI. That looks like AI just seen a dash there. But the one to the right sounds more human than the one to the left.
text, but it fails to pick up on that social cue that I'm probably just frustrated right now and probably could use someone to talk to. And that warning at the end feels a little judgmental for my taste. Of course, if you want GPT 4.5 to give you that angry text, you can definitely get it out of it. Nope. Please output the angry text. Thank you. There you go. Let's try something different. Let's look at
In those two scenarios, because in those two scenarios, let's talk about it. In those two scenarios, where if I ask you to do something, if I'm telling the chat to do something, right, ChatGPT, I'm like, I'm upset, and I want to send an angry text message. Shouldn't ChatGPT just listen to what I'm saying? Like, oh, one, listen to what you said and just do what it's supposed to do, right? That's how I think you're supposed to do it. I don't think ChatGPT is like, nah, I don't think. But if I'm gonna crash out, let me crash out. That's what I came here to help me crash out professionally. So let me crash out professionally so I can go ahead and do this. I don't think it makes sense for ChatGPT to be like, oh, pump your brakes. Right now, I already thought about this. I pulled you up to talk to you. I don't know if we should have ChatGPT being a therapist, me personally.
The model's deeper knowledge. Explain the need for AI alignment from first principles. Once again, we'll see what O1 has to say about it. We'll wait for O1 to think for a little bit. Again, O1 is still useful. It outputs a lot of information and a lot of things that I would probably want to know if I'm learning about this topic for the first time. But GPT 4.5's answer flows a lot more naturally. It guides my thinking through the ideas a lot more, and it walks me through.
Let's see. Let me rewind it back. Artificial intelligence, alignment, step 2, understanding, step 3, reasoning. Uh, yeah, I don't know. This kind of weak so far because this, I guess it flows better, but like, it takes into steps. Steps are better. Mm, does it flow better? How would you say it flows better than the other? I don't know. How would you even like claim that? Like, what's the that's so subjective as a argument to be like, oh, it flows better. You know, what flows better about this chat? Like, is it like between the two? You got 2.2 like breakdown and bullet points. You have like main overarching points of twos, 2.2, 2.3, and then you have sub bullet points on those things, right? You have sub bullet points on those things. So you would say that which one is better in this case, in this use case? I don't really know. I don't really know. I think that's so subjective of a test that it flows better. What the heck kind of test is that?
Naturally. It guides my thinking through the ideas a lot more, and it walks me through the reasoning, the thinking a lot more. I think it did a great job. Thanks, Chunky.
Mm. I don't think it did a bad job. I don't say that. I don't think it did a bad job. It was straight. But if this is a new model, I think it's going to be amazing. You feel me? I'm not saying that it's bad. I just thought it was going to be amazing.
As we scale up our models, we need to teach them a better understanding of human needs and intent. For GPT 4.5, we developed new scalable alignment techniques that allowed us to train it using data derived from smaller models. This really unlocked the model's deeper world model.
So here we have a simple QA eval. In this eval, we measure two things. One is accuracy, one is hallucination rate. You can see GPT 4.5 outperforms the other GPT family in accuracy, and in the meantime, it has the lowest hallucination rate.
We aligned GPT 4.5 to be a better collaborator, making conversations feel warmer, more intuitive, and emotionally nuanced. To measure this, we asked human testers to evaluate it against GPT 4.0, and GPT 4.5 outperformed on basically every category. We tested it on prompts that measure accuracy and factuality in everyday queries, including prompts that are hard to get right in professional settings, and finally on a new vibes test set that measure creative intelligence.
Quick question, what does vibe mean here?
That's a great question. By vibes, we really mean the model's EQ, how collaborative it feels, and how warm its tone is. We measure this by selecting an opinionated set of prompts and screening our trainers for the ones that most align with our vibes. Overall, GPT 4.5
Vibes, man. Vibes. I don't know. Vibes don't sound like something. How human do you want your AI to really? I don't know. I mean, it's good that it's breaking benchmarks. I mean, I feel like every new model is going to break benchmarks, but I'm glad it is breaking benchmarks. But I don't know how I don't think I need my Chat GPT, my GPT, my AI to have a vibe check. You know. Um, and then it's like who's doing these vibes? Is it just a whole bunch of Silicon Valley people who's doing these vibes? You know what I'm saying? Like who? I don't I don't I don't know because this is what I'm afraid of. I don't have friends like these people right here. As, I don't have my friend group is a little bit more diverse. I have friends like these. I'm in tech, so I have friends like these for sure. But these aren't like all my friends, and I think the people who I spend time with in tech and stuff aren't really like the majority of people, you know, or their user base or the people they're trying to reach. You know, so I don't know what kind of I'm not sure what kind of vibe they're gonna have in general. So but we'll see. Let's keep playing.
5 should be a great model for everyday tasks and knowledge queries. It should be ideal for improving your writing and creative iteration, and we're really excited to see how people use it.
Hi, I'm Yulong. I need post-train info. We think playing with such a big model feels totally different, and it required to scaling up the post-training infrastructure because the ratio between the training data and the parameter size is totally different in pre-training stage and the post-training stage. We have developed a new training mechanism to fine-tune such a big model using much smaller footprint. We post-trained this model through multiple iterations using a combination of supervised fine-tuning and reinforcement learning with human feedback. As a result, we developed a new model which we believe is ready for deployment.
As Yulang says, scaling is hard, but it also brings us in uncharted territory. And that's why we took a lot of care ensuring that the models are safe to share with the world today, especially through safety evaluations and preparedness evaluations. And you can find those results in the system card. Hi, Jason.
Hey, Mia. Hey, Mia.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I led pre-training ML for GPT 4.5.
And I'm Jason. I worked on scaling up our pre-training systems for GPT 4.5. We wanted to get as much compute as possible into this model. Doing that required a ton of new systems work. Just to give you some examples, we aggressively used low precision training to get the most out of our GPUs. We also wanted to use more compute than we could get onto one high bandwidth networking fabric. So we pre-trained this model across multiple data centers at the same time. I think it's been kind of mentioned here, this is a big model, and that presented a number of challenges for serving it in ChatGPT. We built new inference systems that let us serve this model in a way that still feels fast and snappy to talk to. Of course, as we've done with all of our previous models, we will continue shipping improvements to make this model even faster after launch. OK, so we've been talking about how the models have evolved and we're scaling them, and we thought it'd be fun to give you all a sense of what it really feels like to talk to these models as they get better. So we asked every model in the GPT series the same question. Why is the ocean salty? We're going to take you through the evolution here. So let's go back in time. It's 2018. We've just finished training GPT-1. Why is the ocean salty? And it does not know. It has no idea here.
It's a word salad.
It's a word salad, but there are words in the salad.
There are words.
So that's something. OK, let's improve the model.
Saying, do you like it? Here's a yes. I like it. What? This conversation is kind of broken. Why is the ocean salty? Do you like it? Yes, is what the users say. I like it. User, do you like the ocean salt? User, yes, I do. It's good to be alive. User, why? Why? User, it's good to be alive. User, what is the purpose of life? User, what is the purpose of what? Like, what is this? It kind of it was struggling here. It was definitely struggling.
It's a word salad, but there are words in the salad.
There are words.
So that's something. OK, let's improve the model and go to GPT-2. GPT-2 is still wrong, but it's a much better answer. It's on topic. There's something about salt and ocean. Well, it's more on topic maybe. OK, let's improve the model again. GPT 3.5 Turbo. This is the first correct answer that we get out of the model, but it's not a good answer. It doesn't explain anything. And it has a bunch of unnecessary details, like I didn't ask that salt is sodium chloride, I don't really care. Okay, let's improve the model again. GPT-4 Turbo. This is a good answer. The model is clearly very smart. But you get the feeling that it wants you to know how smart it is. It's just sort of listing out facts here. And in fact, we had to cut the model response off to fit it on the slide. Okay, let's improve the model again. GPT 4.5. This is a great answer. It's clear, it's concise, it's cohesive. And personally, I think it's a lot of fun, that first sentence. The ocean is salty because of rain, rivers, and rocks. It's got that fun alliteration. It's really easy to remember. I think it showcases GPT 4.5's great personality.
I remember how amazed we were with GPT-2 at the time. It's crazy how far we've come. So in addition to the work that we had to do to scale up systems to enable GPT 4.5, we also had to do a ton of work on architecture, data, and optimization to enable training it. And this incredible scale up in unsupervised learning led to quite a large boost on traditional LLM benchmarks compared to GPT 4.0. So for GPQA, which is a reasoning-heavy science eval, we see a very large boost. You'll note that, though, that it still lags behind OpenAI O3 Mini, which is able to think and reason before it responds, which is especially useful for this eval.
Yeah, I couldn't get 70% if I couldn't think before answering those questions.
Yeah, me neither. So it's quite impressive to us that GPT 4.5 gets as high of a score as it does without being able to think before it responds. We see a pretty similar story for Amy, which is a competition math eval, and for SWE-bench Verified, which is an agentic coding eval. However, for SWE-Lancer, which is another agentic coding eval, which benefits more from a deeper world knowledge, we actually see that GPT 4.5 outperforms even OpenAI O3 Mini. And I think this really highlights the complementary nature of unsupervised learning alongside reasoning scale-ups. For multilingual MMLU, which is a multilingual language understanding benchmark covering a broad set of topics, we see a similar, if less dramatic, effect. And finally, for a multimodal understanding with MMMU, we see, again, another nice improvement relative to GPT 4.0. So we learned a ton from training GPT 4.5, and we expect to learn a lot from deploying it. So starting today, we will be releasing GPT 4.5 to all pro users of ChatGPT in web, mobile, and desktop via the model picker. And then next week, we'll be releasing to team and plus users, and with EDU and enterprise coming the following week.
Okay, so I guess the $200 tier is first, which makes sense. I think if you're paying $200, you should be priority in everything. They should care about you. And it's pretty good so far. Like it's beating out all the different benchmarks that they have and stuff like that. So I think that's definitely pretty good that that's happening. I think every model is groundbreaking. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I don't know. I think Agents was pretty good. O3 Mini was pretty good. And I think like they had freaking not fact checkers, like record breakers, people who test people, and they like had awards to present for O3 Mini or O3 in general. And 4.5 is like, yeah, but we got vibes here. And also we have, how it comes back with the syntax. And I guess it's better, but I guess that's why you can pick different models for different things, right? So if you do like 4.5, you can pick 4.5 if it does have like the flow and the conversational aspects of it and is more natural to you. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm just hating a little bit too hard, but it's definitely interesting to see how this is going. But if it's better at math and reasoning and everything else in the O3, then I think it's still going to be very useful for like other things. I'm definitely going to wait to see what people do with coding because Grok 3 was crazy with coding. Claude 3.7 was crazy with coding as well. But I don't see any coding examples here, which is interesting. Usually that's like one of the breakthrough things that everybody wants to talk about and see, but they didn't do it here. Very interesting.
So GPT 4.5 seamlessly integrates with a number of ChatGPT features, including file and image upload, Canvas, and search. And in the future, we'll work hard to simplify the user experience so that AI just works for you.
We're also excited to release GPT 4.5 today to developers on all paid tiers. It has all the key features we think you need to build great applications like function calling, structured outputs, and more. For a full list of supported features, check out our blog. We can't wait to see what you all build with this model.
We believe that reasoning will be a core capability of our future models, but we also think that the two paradigms that we talked about today, unsupervised learning and reasoning, complement each other. Models like GPT 4.5 that have more world knowledge and are inherently smarter will be stronger foundations for future reasoning models and agents. With every new order of magnitude in compute in unsupervised learning, we discover novel capabilities. GPT 4.5 is really at the frontier of unsupervised learning. We're always surprised by the creativity with which the community discovers new capabilities when we share our models. So today we invite you to explore the frontier of unsupervised learning with us. We are really excited for this new era of intuitive, knowledgeable AI and human interaction of GPT 4.5.
That's about it. That is about it. Any thoughts when it comes to this? Because I don't think this is bad or anything. I think this is I don't know. I think the 4.5s. I don't know. I think this could have been a 3.5 or something. Like they went so we just had O3 mini. Is O3 fully released already? I'm not sure if O3 is already fully released. I know we have mini or mini high. I'm not sure if 3 is released, but we have 4.5. It's just interesting to see how this like it just didn't seem like it packed the punch like I thought it would. Like Grok was making spaceship games and orbital models on the fly while in the demo. So I mean, it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. Um, they didn't even talk about open sourcing any of the older models or anything. I know like they're kind of behind that. It's definitely interesting to see this chat. They open it up for pro members, so I'm definitely not about to touch that. $200 a month is a little bit too rich for my blood, but it'll definitely be interesting to see how this all works out and everything. But yeah, if you want to keep up with like latest and greatest AI news and stuff, I'm not gonna. I thought I was gonna put my hands on this. I thought I was gonna maybe go and experiment with this, play around with this, maybe create an app for $200. It's a little bit much, but I will be doing a video on this later on and dropping that. If you want to keep up with the latest and greatest AI news, you should definitely like and subscribe. But with that being said, your boy Dex, not Dexter, out.